Currently filming on police premises people's
Yeah, I'm an auditor. That's what auditors do.
You're an auditor?
Yes.
Do you have any ID in relation to that?
Why would I need ID? What have I done
I don't
wrong?
know. Do you have any ID to say that you're an auditor?
What ID?
What are you an auditor of?
A police auditor. I go around auditing police stations.
Okay, so you must have some ID in relation to that.
This interaction begins with a clear statement. The individual identifies himself as an auditor, documenting police conduct. But almost immediately, the focus shifts away from the reported issue and onto his identity. The officer asks for ID not as part of a legal requirement, but as a challenge. And this is where the problem starts. Because under UK law, there is no general obligation to identify yourself without specific grounds. So the question becomes, is this a lawful request or an attempt to assert authority without basis? Footage, courtesy of the Lord of Audits. Full credit in the description, go check out their channel.
Yeah, just a quick one really. I was at the headquarters today over in Chelmsford, and one of the police cars there, one of the staff cars there parked in the car park had an illegal number plate. And I wanted to report it there, and they told me to come to one of the local police stations to do so. I'd already been to Chelmsford police station, so I've come here.
Okay.
So who do I report that to?
Going to front office.
This car here has also got an illegal number plate.
Is it?
Yeah.
How's it illegal?
If you look at any other car, BS number, it's got a BS number. By law, it's got to have a BS number and the maker's name on it. It's got the maker's name on it, but it's got no BS number. So it's not to British standards.
The concern here is specific a number plate that may not meet British standard requirements. UK law requires plates to include proper markings and identifiers. This is not subjective. If missing, it becomes a compliance issue, one that is routinely enforced against the public.
Okay. All right. We'll go inside and have a word, although what I will say is I don't think people would appreciate you filming their number plates.
I don't appreciate them driving around with illegal number plates.
By all means go inside and speak to someone about it.
Because obviously this is a staff's member of car, it is illegal.
Okay, I don't know whose car that is, but...
Well, this is staff car parking, isn't it?
Exactly, at the moment you're now on private property. You're on
It's publicly accessible.
It's police premises.
It's publicly accessible.
Police premises, and you're filming number plates.
Yes, I am.
Right?
You're very observant.
Yes.
The officer dismisses the concern without verification. No inspection, no reference to legislation. Just a personal assessment. This matters because enforcement must be grounded in law, not opinion. A failure to check the claim undermines the credibility of the response.
And you must understand that in the current climate,
Yep.
under obviously terrorism activity and things like that, we need to be very aware and, as you say, observant of people filming police premises.
Right.
All right.
I had no issues at Chelmsford Police Station. I had no issues at the police college. I had no.
Well, that's up to them at the end of the day. But I'm very aware that you're currently filming on police premises people's.
Yeah, I'm an auditor. That's what auditors do.
You're an auditor.
Yes.
Do you have any ID in relation to that?
Why would I need ID? What have I done
I don't
wrong?
know. Do you have any ID to say that you're an auditor?
What ID?
What are you an auditor of?
A police auditor. I go around auditing police stations.
Okay, so you must have some ID in relation to that.
At this point, the issue shifts. The number plate is no longer the priority the filming is. But recording in a publicly accessible area is not unlawful. This redirection raises concern because it avoids addressing the original allegation entirely.
There's things like that we're not happy with. Members of staff who can drive around in vehicles breaking the law.
Okay.
It's not acceptable for a police officer or a police member of staff to do that. Wouldn't you agree?
But by all means, absolutely. All right. I don't see what's wrong with that number plate personally.
I've just told you.
Okay, and I'm telling you I don't see what's wrong with it personally. That looks very legal to me.
And I've just shown you that every other number plate's got a BS number on
By
it.
all means, please go inside and speak to a member of staff at front counter who can maybe look up some legislation for you and has it to hand ready. Yeah?
Right, okay, but you're not going to do anything about it?
I've just advised you. You asked me when you could report it, and I've advised you that you can go inside and report it.
The justification now escalates to terrorism concerns. While vigilance is expected, it does not create automatic powers. Suspicion must be reasonable and based on behavior, not simply the presence of a camera. Without that, the justification becomes weak.
And you've also told me that I'm not allowed to film. I'm on police property. How can I go in there?
I didn't say you weren't allowed to film on police property. I'm just advising you
Yep.
that if you continue to film on police property,
Which I'm going to.
You're going to get stopped.
Yep.
All right, and asked what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
because
fine.
of the current terrorism climate.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got no issues with that at all.
We obviously have issues with people filming buildings, particularly police buildings, because they are a target for terrorists. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I've done about 70 of them
that.
now.
So you will be spoken to about what you're doing on police premises, specifically as well, filming number plates.
Yeah.
All right, because as you can.
I understand the
appreciate,
Terrorism Act, and I expect to be questioned, which is why you don't. This isn't your property, is it?
No, I'm just advising you. If I was to come to your property, stand on a public highway, and say, for example, you had a vehicle and film your number plate, you'd want to know why.
But your
Here, the officer describes the location as private, yet acknowledges it is publicly accessible. That distinction is crucial. Public access limits restrictions on filming. Without a clear legal basis, simply being on police property does not remove that right.
Bother me. But
Okay,
I'm
that's
just
your
advising you.
choice.
All right. So if you go inside, have a word with someone inside, and
Yep.
you can report what you wanted to report at Chelmsford.
Yep.
All right. You've obviously travelled from Chelmsford to here. I don't really know why you didn't go to Chelmsford Police Station.
I'd already been to Chelmsford Police Station beforehand.
Right. But you were local to Chelmsford.
I was local to Chelmsford.
Right.
I had to come here anyway, so I.
Well, feel free to go inside and report what you wanted to report.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Yeah, thank
I'll
you very
leave
much.
you to
Can I
it.
take your badge number?
72311.
Excellent. And you're based here?
I'm not based here, no.
But
But
whereabouts are you
I
based?
don't need to tell you where I'm
You
based.
do. You need to give me
I
3
can
forms
give-
of
I can give you my collar
identification.
number. That's all I need to give
No,
you. I can give you
according
my
to your
collar-
policy.
That's all I need to give you.
According to your
All
policy,
right?
if you go and look on your
And what's
policy,
your name, sorry?
I didn't give out my name.
You don't give out your name.
What's your
okay,
name?
Well, you're filming me currently on these premises.
That's right.
So I'd like to know what your name is. I'm not going to give you my name. I can give you my collar number, which I've given.
Right, you're
All right,
supposed
that's
to give me
my-
3
that's
forms of
my
identification.
form of ID. I only need to give you my...
Now the situation reverses. The auditor requests identification, a reasonable expectation when engaging with police. But instead of clarity, there is resistance. This creates a contradiction. Authority is asserted, yet accountability is avoided.
identification.
Either your name,
Yep.
the station you're located at,
Yep.
your collar number.
I only need to give you the station I'm located at if I'm stopping accounting
No,
or
any-
stop searching you, and I'm not doing that.
No, any interaction.
No, not at all.
Yes, it
Not
is.
at all.
I've already
Not
looked
at
into
all.
it.
Not at all.
So you're refusing me
I've
your
not
police
stopped
station
you.
that
I've
you're
not
based
stopped
at?
you. You've stopped me.
No,
You've asked
I
me
was
to
walking
ask.
along and you said to
And
me,
asked
"Can I
if
help
were
you?"
Okay, because you were
So we've had an
looking at me.
interaction. You spoke to me first.
But I'm not asking to stop and search you. I'm not asking for a stop an account.
Why is it an issue that you're trying to hide
I'll
what
give you my
police?
collar number. That's all you need.
Why are you hiding
Because
what police
I
station?
don't need to because that's all.
That's
all you need
arrogant.
at the moment. It's not arrogant.
It is.
That's all I need to give you.
It is. There's no need for
Are you
it.
going to give me your name?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm going
Are you going to give me your name?
I don't need to. I'm going to go inside.
I don't
and let
need
my
to either,
colleagues
so
know
don't bother
that you're
asking.
Here,
Yep.
All right. And just if you would like some help, you know where they are.
Yeah, I'm just going in. There was somebody in there just now.
The refusal continues without clear justification. While not every interaction requires full disclosure, officers are expected to remain identifiable, especially when they initiate contact. The lack of transparency here raises legitimate concerns about accountability.
Oh yeah. Just like to report a couple of incidents, if that's okay.
Okay, is that on?
Yes.
It shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Because
This is
we
a
have
public
policy-
building.
We have a policy about recording.
Right. Okay. Well, that's your policy, not.
Please turn it on.
No. This is your policy.
It is my policy.
Yeah. The government's got policies about vehicles being on the road on double yellow lines, and there's loads of them parked on double yellow lines.
You're not going to turn that on.
No.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah. You're calling me in with the camera. Yeah.
Sorry, what is your name, please, so we can have a conversation like this?
You can call me Isaac.
Isaac. Okay, you can call me PC Rich. All right, Isaac. There is a notice that says there is no filming that is allowed on the police station.
Yep.
The auditor responds by asserting legal rights to record. Importantly, there is no evidence of obstruction or unlawful conduct. Yet the response remains focused on restricting filming rather than addressing the reported issue.
There are people in here that wish to report crimes.
I'm not getting them on camera.
Speak to police officers about
I've got a job to hear you through the.
Okay? You are not allowed to film in this police station. There is a notice that says that.
Where's that?
Okay, it's up all around. Okay.
Right. I just want to report a couple of incidences.
All right. So you are not allowed to.
Yeah, that's a policy, it's not a law. I'm allowed to film in public. Under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972, I'm allowed to film in public.
In the public place you can. You cannot film in this police station. There are people here that do not wish to be filmed.
I'm not going to get them on camera. I've already stated that.
Do not wish to be filmed. And do and not wish their accounts and whatever they want to speak to police about to be divulged to the general public, okay?
Despite clarification, the position does not change. The reliance on policy continues, without reference to actual law. This reinforces the pattern rules are being asserted, but not legally supported.
Why were you not there?
Because I don't have to.
Well, my colleague is not going to come and speak to you until you can confirm that you've switched your recording equipment off. And I'm not going to.
Do you do that with everybody that walks in with a mobile phone? Do you do that with everybody that walks in with a mobile phone?
Absolutely, because there are clearly signs that says that you.
But everyone's got a mobile phone.
So until you show me that you are.
Well, could you get an officer to come outside with me then, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. If you could get an officer to come outside, that'd be fine, because I record every interaction I have with the police, because I don't trust them.
And likewise, obviously, police will record all their interactions.
Right, so if you could get a police officer to come out to me, that'd be great.
By the end of this interaction, the original issue has been lost entirely. A potentially illegal number plate, something that would normally trigger enforcement, is never properly addressed. Instead, the focus shifts repeatedly, from filming to identity to internal policy. Legally, this raises several concerns. Under UK law, there is no general requirement to provide identification unless specific conditions are met, such as under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, where antisocial behaviour must be reasonably suspected. That threshold does not appear to exist here. At the same time, police accountability requires transparency. Officers are expected to be identifiable, especially when engaging with members of the public. While internal policies may guide behavior, they do not override legal rights, particularly in areas accessible to the public. What we see instead is a consistent pattern, a concern raised, dismissed without verification, followed by increasing pressure on the individual raising it. The justification evolves, but never fully aligns with a clear legal basis, and that is the core issue. Because the law is not flexible depending on who is being questioned, it applies equally or it fails entirely.